Welcome once more. We're in the final day before the mission. There have been a few changes. Blyeth's still a Myrmidon. Claude is now a Lord, though I changed him as an archer at some point. I've just decided the Lord looks better. I mean, I like the Lord class anyway, in general. Lawrence is a monk. I am not really sure why I did that, but I think I had a reason at some point. Raphael's a brawler. Ignat and Cynthia and Marianne are the basic classes. I realized kind of late that they were just what do you call it? Oh, they were just the noble and commoner classes. Hilda's the brigand, which is very good, and Leonie's the cavalier. Now this will screw over with her growth, with her speed growth, but it is a sacrifice I'm willing to take. Yeah, they recharge and whatnot. Let's continue with the mission. Let's do the mission. It was level 5? I thought it was level 7. And I kind of screwed it up with my guys. Let's see if anyone has an... Yeah. Gotta change weapons on them at some point. Sell the bullion. I should have done this off camera. I'll come back quick after I'm done. Well, everything's done. And now let's take care of Lord Lonato. Wow. And this mission has way much more emotional impact if you play it on Blue Lions. And I guess that's the thing with the first half. It just has more impact with them. They're more invested into this. That's why I think they're a good way to start the story. I mean, they should be your go-to route.
It is an honor to accompany Catherine, wielder of Thunderbrand. I hear you're intimidating enough to silence the Howling Wind.
You mean you don't know? My weapon is called Thunderbrand. It's one of the hero's relics. A long, long time ago, the goddess bestowed divine weapons upon 10 heroes, which were passed down to their descendants. It's an honor to wield, but I'm afraid there won't be any chance for that today. Our mission is to help clean up the aftermath, not to fight.
Why would Lord Lonato incite such a reckless rebellion? He had to have known he had no chance of winning.
It all goes back to the tragedy of Duscur.
It happened about 4 years ago. The king of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus was murdered by the people of Duscur. And that about covers it, right?
To put it simply, yes. But there's more to that story. They had accomplices within the kingdom as well. Lord Lonato's son, Kristoff, was one of them, and so he was handed over to the church for execution. Speaking from the church's perspective, we simply passed judgment according to our doctrine in place of the kingdom, which was in complete chaos. Whatever the truth behind that incident may be, Lord Lonato has harbored resentment toward the church ever since. Well, to be more specific, his grudge isn't only against the church. It's also against the one who turned Kristoff over to them.
Report! The enemy is approaching. They can't be avoided. Their numbers are far greater than we predicted. They use the fog.
It looks like our mission just changed, Professor. Everyone...
Okay, so I have a mix of characters right here. I think there's a special reward if you get Catherine and the few green units as allies. And I think there's a special reward if you do that. If you keep them alive, that is. I'll try to do that. Probably have Marianne just psychic them or heal them. But it's... no, it doesn't. I have one more place open, but I have no other characters. That's interesting. I kind of want Leonie to lead the charge forward on this direction. And have Marianne back her up constantly. Hilda and Raphael can hold their own, so I think this is a pretty good combination. Oh, there's also like Cynthia who can heal, so that's good as well.
With this fog, it's impossible to tell where the enemy might be. The enemy could be trying to surround us, but they shouldn't have enough soldiers to form a tight circle. Take down anyone who breaks through the fog, and let's push through!
The conditions are the same for both sides, but we're at a disadvantage for not knowing.
Okay.
Proceed with caution. Wait for them to enter.
Now, it tells you to be cautious of what you do, but since I overleveled him out of stupidity, I'm gonna throw caution to the wind. Good, now it's time to move Hilda here. Raphael, how's your movement? Pretty good.
Ready and willing.
Now, a mini boat would have been good, but I forgot to take one beforehand, so. 14, and that's 17. Oh, really, 17.
Stay focused.
That's good. We're gonna change to our steel sword. Wait, and now we need to be careful this side, since our weaker units are behind.
Ready.
I changed Lawrence to a monk. Again, I don't know what I plan to do with him at some point. I mean, I plan to make him a Dark Knight. I'm not really sure how to go with it,
To me.
because making him a Cavalier would screw over his growths a lot, and he really is in desperate need of those.
Lord?
Yeah, of course. That's one of the things you need to look out for, is that the allied units will will steal your kills. They will get that, and it's not really good. Ah, this hurts. I have no visibility of what's happening there. So Lawrence, you're gonna go here and wait right next to him. Ha! Only for Hilda to attack from this side. Really, Hilda? Can't you just... 24. 28. That's how I like it. And with the crest, that's perfect. And the rusted axe, but nobody cares about rusted axes. Go here. We'll take Claude into the woods, where he finds a rusted gauntlet. Not really sure I should put that on your hand. It's gonna be horrible. Like Cynthia with some experience, because we know she needs it. Marianne here, and I have no problem. Well, he had a problem. Now, of course, Leonie's faster and she will double enemies.
Lord Lenato, please don't die.
The nobles start the war, but it's the commoners who spill their blood first.
Duh. Okay, somebody's attacking with archers. Oh, that was fast. Hilda's attack from somewhere. Okay. We got them in the radar, I guess. Our radar. Now, what should we do? Oh, as always, we'll use Lawrence to scout and make light. Fine. Really? 28. You're not gonna do much from there, so I'll just rather use Byleth in this one and just whack him in the head with a steel sword. And that's it. But now I could send him here. Nah. Bad idea. Well, Raphael, you're with me so good, you're just gonna scout ahead. Would use Leonie to scout ahead now. I think she's a little bit damaged. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? Fine. Take your best shot at Hilda and let Leonie scout just a little bit more. And also get a kill. Why not? There's still the problem with this guy though. Archer battle. Why not? God, I love how the Lord class looks. Ignatz? No. Nah, nothing you can do there. Better move like Cynthia into a forest, so she's protected. And assist, psychic. Yeah, like Cynthia, she needs it more. Good, and then there's Ignatz, who... God knows what he's gonna do. Leonie's basically an unofficial armor knight at this point, but that's what cavaliers are really in the beginning. Time to use Raphael to go here. No enemies yet. Marianne, let's move you here with your psychic. Really? Fine. You don't Hilda. Now this is gonna be dangerous if I send Leonie here, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to take. We move Hilda here. Good. There's nothing for Lawrence to do at the moment, so you know, just moving units at this point. And we found an enemy. Without wanting to, of course, but still. He's gonna attack Claude, but I don't really care that much. Oh, another one. Who would have thought?
I won't let you anywhere near Lord Lonato.
Could have been better. Okay, the ally phase. Currently doing very good. I was expecting them to be much worse. 4 attacks, and that's Raphael smashing everything in his wake.
It's you. Thunderstrike Cassandra. It was your wretched zealotry that killed my son.
The only name I answer to is Catherine. Prepare to taste the blade of one who serves the goddess. Now you face a knight of Theros!
And that was quite cool. And here's where units jump out of him.
To hide you or the filthy central church from...
But good job, Raphael. You just showed us the enemy. I'll rather use Lawrence for this guy over here. But he doesn't kill him, of course. Cynthia, Marianne. Yeah, Ignat. Go here and brutalize him. And that's a level up. One more and you get promoted in an intermediate class. Just gonna whack him over the head with the sword. Because why not? That always seems to work. Raphael. Let's draw them a little bit backwards. Like this. Towards Hilda. We can use Claude right here to, you know, attack them from afar. And we have enemies in our back. Yeah. Nice. But I'm not really scared of that. Sure. Heal Raphael up. Lord knows he needs it.
It's time.
And the Gambit. Of course they tried the Gambit.
Try to keep up.
Can you just normally attack or are you just gonna be bitches about it?
Planning is key.
Nah, that answers the questions. The question. Okay. Fine. This isn't that hard. I would imagine so with the overpowered units I have. And we're gonna use fire. Really? It's an armor knight. Their biggest weakness is magic. Oh my god. You're levels above them and you barely do anything. Barely. Find it. No. Noni, can you... 19. This is perfect. Yeah, you can kill him with no repercussions. That's good. Now, if only like... Fine. Let's heal Claude up. Why not? And there's nothing we can do with you. Raphael still is good. I think he doesn't really need to fear that much for his life. And you know, I'm pushing everything towards in a small choke point, which you might think would be a disadvantage, but seeing how these guys just want to be bitches and use gambits, I really have nothing to fear. Now then, can you kill him? Thank you. Now I want to use the main characters for a little bit of what I plan to do. Now use you with Hilda over here. Really? He's not coming towards us. Let's see what happens if we try to fight him on. Yeah, we win. I didn't expect the brawler class to be this good, but I'm happy it is. You here and you're stuck, of course. Then there's Marianne, who seems to be in a perpetual mode of being stuck everywhere. Psychic. Yeah, Psychic Leonie. And level up, good job. It's gonna take some time for you to get to an intermediate class, but it's okay. We have faith in you. And with Claude here. Yeah, that's my turn. Well, screw you, Catherine. Really? Fine. Do this. We'll advance slowly towards the enemy. And Raphael wins again. Who would have thought? And a D plus in authority. That's good.
Where do I start?
Crit from Catherine. Yeah, sure, whatever. Let's see what we can do. Now, what item does Lenato have? An iron lance and a javelin. So trying to be sneaky and attack him from range will be hurtful. Will hurt a lot. But we can just position our units in such a way that nothing bad will happen to them. And since Leonie has Kanto, she can go in, strike at him a little, and then come back. But how does Raphael do? Sure.
You have been deceived by that witch. I will.
I mean, it wasn't that bad. Now, if only Marianne could just, you know, heal him. So close, yet so far, Marianne. On every goddamn time, you basically do the same. It's okay, we can move this guy here. And then Darker. I don't believe Lawrence will survive a fight with him. Ah, okay. Gambit. Of course he gambits. Well, let's see. So huge was the gambit, it struck Leone. That's fucking stupid. Anyway. How strong is Helm Splitter against him? Strong enough. That puts him in a position where Byleth can kill him. Yes, it is. Whew.
Vile woman. Kristoff.
I never thought I'd see Lenato meet this fate. Well done, everyone. Let's gather our troops and go.
Yay. And we get the secret book. It's something that raises your status dexterity by 2. Very good. Goddess icon unlocked by 4. Very good. Save. Let's see what's the beginning of the next one.
Nice work, Teach. Still, that fight left a foul taste in my mouth. That aside, did you see how Catherine fought? Agreed. I thought the power of the hero's relics must be exaggerated, but I was clearly wrong. Makes you wonder about that legend.
Sure.
Oh, it's nothing. Just the usual fanciful nonsense. An ancient relic that once cut a mountain in half with a single swing. That's what they say, anyway. But as amazing as Thunderbrand is, I don't think it fits that description. Apparently, relics can harness tremendous power for those with a compatible crest. Though you can technically use one so long as you have any crest at all. Yeah, I don't know. Long story short, I'd like to try cutting a mountain in half someday.
Ooh, are you talking about relics? You'll be able to use one soon, Claude. I just know it. After all, you've already been selected as the next head of House Regan.
Easy there, Hilda. I don't know how apt soon is. My grandfather is still unbearably healthy. Oh, is this news to you, Teach? Yours truly was recently recognized as a legitimate child of House Regan. They possess one of the hero's relics too, though I've yet to see it.
Just recently.
I officially joined House Regan only last year. Before then, I lived with my father. When I learned that my mother was the daughter of an Alliance noble, I was so surprised I thought the whole world was pulling a fast one on me for a week.
So that means your mother is Duke Regan's daughter, right? Where is she now?
I can't say. My mother is currently living in a different world than the one she grew up in and has no desire to return home.
Okay. You sure have a lot of secrets, don't you?
I'm just keeping a promise to my parents. Make of that whatever you will. In exchange for my so-called secrecy, I'm free to do as I please. Which is why I decided to see what the other side of my family was like. That's how I found out about this strange crest I bear.
Professor, Claude, it sounds like the troops will be withdrawing soon. We should return as well.
We won. We should be celebrating. Instead, we're heading back with heavy hearts.
Whoa there, what's the matter? You look as sad as a kitten without any yarn. If we hadn't done what we did, the rebel army would have followed this road all the way to the monastery. And they would have crushed all the little villages along the way. We stopped that from happening. You should be proud.
Sorry to intrude, but this incident may be more serious than anticipated. I found this on Lord Lenato. It's a note that mentions a plan to assassinate Lady Rhea. We can't tell who sent it, so the source is suspect, but the content is too disturbing to ignore. We must report this to Lady Rhea right away. I hope that it's nothing.
Well, too bad for Lady Rhea. But I guess that's what happens when you're in a position of power.
You have returned safely. The goddess is gracious with her divine protection. But it was not only her divine protection that shielded you, was it? You are just as skilled as I had hoped.
Yeah, they did deserve the praise. They did a lot of the work. But I put the killing blow on Lonato, so 50-50.
I am not so sure. I heard some of the students were hesitant about fighting militia. However, we must punish any sinner who may inflict harm upon believers, even if those sinners are civilians. I pray the students learned a valuable lesson about the fate that awaits all who are foolish enough to point their blades towards the heavens.
Our real concern is what Catherine reported. The secret message that was in Lord Lenato's possession. It contained a deplorable plot to target the Archbishop on the day of the goddess's rite of rebirth. The plan seems unrealistic at best, but a threat is a threat. We must maintain constant vigilance. To that end, I would like for you and your students to help with security on the day of the ritual.
Let's see. You can count on us.
That is
Happy,
most
cheerful,
reassuring.
weird guys.
You have my gratitude.
The rite of rebirth is of paramount importance. It is when the Church of Seros and its believers unite to pray for the return of the goddess. The Archbishop and I will be confined to the Goddess Tower once the ritual begins. Of course, the knights will be on high alert as well. But there aren't enough of them to keep watch on every corner of the monastery. It is far from ideal to be forced to mobilize students, but the gravity of this situation requires that we all bend to avoid breaking.
While there is no need to fear for my safety, we cannot turn a blind eye to those who would blaspheme so heinously.
With any luck, this will all be for naught. Still, be on your guard.
Oh, and I will be on my guard. For new experiences of boogieing.
Part 1. White Clouds. Blue Sea Moon. The Goddess's Rite of Rebirth. As the sun grows stronger and the nights grow ever shorter, the Blue Sea Star returns to the sky once more. Believed to be the goddess's home, her followers look to the star and commence celebrations of her rebirth. On the grounds of Garreg Mach Monastery, a grand ceremony is held in honor of this much-anticipated event. Every true follower of the Church of Seros is sure to be in attendance.
Okay, good. And Casco's birthday, sure, give him flowers, why not? More story, yay.
Okay, so our task this moon is to patrol and guard the monastery in support of the knights, who are busy. Here's the thing. I don't think the bad guys are really trying to assassinate the Archbishop. Come on, Teach. Don't you think that secret note Lord Lonato was carrying around was just a little... People don't just carry around secret notes. Someone wanted us to find it.
You really think the assassination plot is just a distraction?
Oh yeah, that makes complete sense. But then, what are...
If I knew that, I wouldn't be so worried. Let's see. It probably involves somewhere that will be...
Since the ceremony is at the Goddess Tower, it follows that everywhere else at the Academy will be severely under...
Do you think they're after the church's donation money? I hear noble families tend to donate quite generously.
My bet.
Let's split up and look around. I'll keep an eye on the reception hall.
You should get in some training if you have the time, Hilda. There's a good chance we'll have to fight.
Well, I'm not the only one who needs to train here. It's not right to single me out.
A secret meeting, Professor?
Yes.
Oh, we haven't been introduced. I am Shamir.
Shamir is one of the Knights of Seros, and that little go-getter there is...
I work for Lady Rhea, and I'm Shamir's apprentice. Oh, the name's Cyril.
Sure, why not?
Yep, she's teaching me about the bow and the sword and all kinds of stuff. I've got to protect Lady Rhea, so that's why I've got to learn all I can from Shamir.
Cyril adores Rhea. That aside, if you need anything, ask.
Okay, and this is where we'll end it. Yep. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.